It is such a pretty dress. It's like so classic. This is going in the maybe pile. Maybe that's something. No. I don't know. I don't know, that's gonna go in the maybe pile. Maybe. This is hilarious. This was a skirt that I picked. My mum took me and my sister shopping once in London, and she was like, oh, I'm gonna treat you and get you, you know, a few nice bits. And this was one of the things I chose, and it's from Lipsy, and it's literally the tiniest thing ever. Look at the size of this. That looks like a child's dress. Like, I was so skinny. Yeah, it's like this gorgeous like ballerina skirt, and back then I remember, I don't know if it's still fashionable now because I really don't look in fashion magazines, but back then there was this whole trend with wearing things like this, like really super girly dresses and skirts with like grey jumpers and like baggy sweatshirts and baggy t-shirts and like printed t-shirts and trainers and stuff, and I loved that fashion. I would wear this with a cropped grey jumper, like a sweater, and like Converse or even doll shoes, and I just loved that. And like my hair in a bun, and I felt like a ballerina. But this hasn't fit me since then, since I was 17, so I don't know why I've hung on to it. Next, we're moving on to not party dresses. There's a few like summer dresses here. This is one of those sort of beach cover-up dresses. I got it from eBay. I don't know about this one, so that's gonna be a maybe, and I'm gonna try that on because that could be handy. This is definitely going. I wore this, don't know if you can tell, it's white, but it's got like green kind of and yellow stains on it because I wore it to this like colour festival, you know, when you have all the powder and you throw it at each other. I think that that's probably going to go in the no pile. This is also going to go in the no pile. It's one of those dresses that's like, it looks like a tennis dress to me. And it's got like a zip down the back. I've worn this loads and it's not the most flattering, and it's kind of weird on your boobs, so that's going. This is probably one of my most recent dress purchases. It was maybe like a couple years ago I bought this, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and it's really, really pretty. It's very 60s. It's again got that neckline where you can, your shoulders are kind of on show, and it's got the thing. This sort of dress style really suits me, the sort of, I don't know, shift dress mod style, and I do really like this dress, but again I haven't worn it a lot. Even though I've owned it for a long time, I'd never really wore it a great deal. So I think that's going to have to go in the no pile. And then this is one of my favourite dresses. Do you remember, if you were into fashion, when Burberry, do you remember when Burberry brought out that collection where they had dresses like this with the knots in the middle and the pastel colours just like this? And then this is from ASOS. Everywhere started imitating it, and I was obsessed with that collection, and I remember being like, I need a dress like that. And at the time I had spent like months and months searching for a Burberry coat, and I still own my Burberry coat. I got it off eBay for like 200 quid rather than spending like 1,000, and I remember on a night out being like literally being so set. I needed this dress to wear under my Burberry coat with a pair of strappy heels, and I felt like $1,000,000. And yeah, I've worn it quite a few times, but it's not the most flattering. It's quite like, because of all the material, it kind of chunks you out and there's not a great deal of shape to it. It's very, very pretty on the top though, the sort of sweetheart neckline, gorgeous. But yeah, again, it's a very fashion item, so it's not something I would imagine myself wearing again. So that's going. Wow, I've done well. This is something I think I'm actually going to keep because I think that this will come in real handy travelling. It's a play suit. It's really light material and it's really, really short, so it's really cool. As in cold, cool, not cool as in cool. And it's got pineapples all over it, so why the hell would I get rid of this? This is definitely something I think I might take with me travelling, so that's definitely staying. This is, this is like a trip down memory lane. This was a Kate Moss for Topshop dress that I got when I was like 16, 17. I think you can see a theme here. I just loved the 50s style, and this was like ruched around there, and then it was really booby, like it really pushed my boobs up. But I remember putting this on and being like, oh my god, I look so great. And then it's slightly longer because I was very much of the opinion, I still kind of am, not to have like too much on show. So I quite liked that it was longer, so it's like knee length, and it's just like the most cute summer picnic dress. So I don't think I'm going to keep this because it's quite a dress that's specific to something you'd have to be like going to like a really nice picnic or going to like something really specific to wear this, because it's not like something you just throw on and are comfortable in. It's, I don't know. I don't really like this very much. I got this again at the same sort of time period. It's from Oasis. Gingham, that type of picnicky style. I think this was obviously in fashion. The same type of style. It's like slightly longer. And I used to wear this with a cardigan and feel like I was from Greece. And yeah, but I just haven't really worn it a whole lot in my older years. This is one of my favourite all-time dresses. It has that neckline again where it is cut out and it really like flatters your shoulders, and it has a zip down the side. So that's, I don't know, I think that's maybe gonna, I'm maybe gonna keep that. And then finally is this horrible skirt. It's like a tiny little skirt. This was definitely when I was going through my going out and getting drunk all the time phase, and I'd wear this with like a mint tank top, and it's like super short and like I hate it. Ew. So that concludes all of my dresses. How exciting. And that's it. I think maybe that should be all I keep, because realistically, why would I need more than like 2 party dresses that are like classic? I'm gonna have a think and come back to you. So I think I did really well. I've decided to get rid of this. I've decided to get rid of this. The velvet dress. This one because I just think I remember that it's not very nice on, and also this dress because thankfully before this video I watched Raw Alignment's wardrobe update, and her wardrobe just consisted of like really practical clothes, so comfortable clothes, leggings, workout clothes, and that's it, and everything had a practical purpose in it. And I feel like I'm at the stage where I'm in the transition, but I'm really beginning to come to terms with the fact of how little fashion matters. Like, I like expressing myself and I like wearing nice clothes, but it's so fleeting and it's so superficial and in the moment that it doesn't matter. And if I want to have like a nice item of clothing, I can go and get one. I don't need to keep these things in my wardrobe. Like, it doesn't, I'm sure you understand where I'm coming from with this. Like, these are items of clothing that I used to have, and all of them I bought when I was like 16 or 17. I'm 24 now. Like, I don't need to keep these things just because I like them and I think they're pretty. I'm likely never to wear them. Like, I've lived in this flat for over a year and I forgot about this cupboard. I've not once gone to this cupboard. I've gone to lots of birthdays. I've been out and I've enjoyed, you know, evenings with friends. I've not even considered this cupboard. I have other clothes that I can wear when I go out in the evening or, you know, go to somewhere formal. Yeah, I feel like I'm moving into a new era of my life where I want to be more practical. I want to actually own more like workout clothes that are comfortable. So like clothes that you can work out in and also lounge about in, lots of leggings and nice tops and things that are multi-purpose, and clothes that are fashionable but also practical. That's kind of, I would love to have a capsule wardrobe basically of items that are they kind of represent who I am and I can wear from multiple purposes, and it's things that I wear over and over, and things that I absolutely love. They're just like perfect items of clothing, rather than keeping lots of clothing that's kind of works but kind of doesn't fit me, but kind of isn't my style anymore, kind of not quite right, that type of thing. I need to get rid of all those things because I can start fresh then, and I'm definitely not at the stage where I want to start buying items yet. I think that the only time I want to buy some items is when I go travelling and I have real purpose to buy, you know, practical items of clothing for when I go travelling. But so even though I like fashion and I'm creative and I have those kind of things at heart, they don't matter anymore to me. They aren't a part of my life anymore, and they aren't, like, right now I'm wearing a huge baggy jumper and some pyjamas, and most days I wear stuff like this. I wear baggy jumpers, baggy tops and leggings, and like, it's cold in England. I don't go out, I don't party, I don't drink. So why would I have an entire wardrobe filled with dresses that you'd wear when you go out drinking, partying? Just doesn't make sense. There's my realisation, and maybe some of you are on the same journey and coming to the same realisations. It's okay to let go of these things. Like, I know that they have memories. That's the one thing that I find hard. Like, for example, this one, I was just looking at it thinking, I remember that wedding, and that brings back those memories for me. And I thought, oh no, but what about one day when I'm older, when I want to look in my wardrobe and see that item of clothing and think, oh, I remember that wedding, because it's like a tangible thing, like, you know, you can actually touch it and it takes you right back. But then I think, well, no, because I will have photographs and I'll have like video footage. I will have so many more valuable things than having these items of clothing and things that will hold me down. And even I think holding too much sentimental value on items of clothing can have a negative impact. It's kind of coming to that realization that it's okay to change. I'm always someone who embraces change. I've changed so much in the last few years, like I'm a different person, and I think that's a really positive thing, because too many people think that growth and change is a bad thing because they are trying to remain safe and like certain in their circumstance, and that is what's comforting to them. And I think it's really, really encouraging and it's really beneficial to embrace change and try and challenge yourself on a regular basis. I think it's really, really beneficial as a human for your happiness to constantly embrace change and constantly embrace challenging yourself and letting go of things that maybe you don't think are beneficial to you anymore, like not just keeping them because you want to be comforted and you don't like the idea of change. So I think that it's time for me to move on. It's time for me to realise that I've changed as a person, I'm growing up, and it's okay to like let go of stuff and move on to a new era in your life. And it's actually really helpful. It actually brings about happiness. Minimalism, veganism, all these changes, these huge changes I've made in my life have only brought about happy, positive things for me. Giving up alcohol, like they're really hard things to do, and they're going against the status quo, and they're not doing it as everybody else is doing it, but it really, really has brought me so much happiness and self-awareness, and just made me grow as a person and become more conscious of who I am and aware of who I am. So I think doing things like this, it is therapeutic, and it does feel that way. That's the best way I can describe it. It really does push you forwards to, it's hard in the moment, but once you've done it, you feel so much better. I think that growth and change is really a huge part of life that we all need to embrace more often, because otherwise you get stuck in ruts and things become miserable easily and you lose sight of what truly makes you happy. So there's my little rant for today. That's my wardrobe purged, getting rid of this, getting rid of all of that. Look at that mountain of clothes. Apart from that silver dress, that is one memory I'm not going to get rid of because it's something that I made, and yeah, that's a beautiful dress. I'm not getting rid of something I've made and spent hours and hours on. And then these are the two dresses I'm keeping on, the party dresses, which in retrospect I might get rid of further down the line, who knows. And then these two dresses I'm going to be keeping. This one I need to try on and see, and if I don't keep it, then I'll get rid of it all with the rest. I'm going to be selling all of this either on eBay, or if any of you can recommend another place for me to sell it, then do. And yeah, I'm going to be getting rid of them all, giving them to a new home. But first I'll be giving them to my friends and showing my friends them. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a big thumbs up if you want to see more videos like this. There's lots more videos of these to come, because I'm feeling very much more like I'm having this overwhelming urge just to get rid. And my house, even some of the furniture is irritating me, and the stuff, I just want to get rid of it. I want to have less stuff everywhere. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. So I just realised as I finished that video that I was meaning to mention this. I have made a Facebook group called Declutter Your Life, and it's basically a place where we can all come together and help each other out. I follow a lot of Facebook groups and I find them really, really helpful to do with veganism. So I thought, why not start one to do with minimalism, where you can ask each other questions, you can show your before and after pictures of your wardrobes or your process of decluttering, ask for advice. And a few of you have already joined because I talked about it on Snapchat and I don't know where else. I think I've linked it in some of my descriptions. But yeah, I just really want to get you all involved and to sort of form a community where we can all talk to each other about minimalism and how it's impacted our life, and just encouraging everybody to get involved in it. So yeah, I think that would be really helpful, even for me, because I'm in this process too, transitioning. I just posted a picture of this today and said how much it had changed my perspective on things. So yeah, I hope to see you all there, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.